Hello guys, this is Pep from Pep back at it again, and today we have finally the King of Games video. So let me start saying that I reached COG during the live streamings that we had from Saturday to and Sunday, so basically yesterday and the day before. So if you want to see the full climb actually live, you can check the live streamings that are still on, always on the channel, of course. In this video you're gonna see the best replays and the explanation of the deck list as always. But before jumping right to it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Rio, but to be fair, it's an archive skill, so you can actually use this deck list with any character you want. So I already brought on the channel a FABLED deck list, and I guess you could do so much more because the deck list is just so versatile. You could even try to focus on an Xyz kind of deck list, as long as you remind you can't play any other type of monsters except FABLED in your main deck. Keep in mind your extra deck can be whatever you want, and that's the strengthness of this deck. So you can literally summon anything. And this time we went for what I think is the most competitive version, so we're not focusing on Quasar, but we're summoning a lot of big bosses. So first thing first, this deck does not have a synchro summon during your opponent's turn, so no Accel synchro, or actually Accel synchro, it's just like this, summoning a boy that requires a synchro monster. But anyway, to be clear, you can't synchro summon during your opponent's turn with this, but trust me, this does so much. If you don't believe me, actually see the full replays, and if you're still not sure, just check the live streaming, guys. It's insane. So let's start from the extra deck. We are playing a couple of Raging. Basically is your pot of greed, as long as you have no cards in your hand. So your main attention will be to try to have 0 cards in your hands when before summoning a Raging, so you get the most out of it by basically drawing 2 cards. Then we have Endraith that can give you a draw 2 plus then discard 1, but the problem of this is that, of course, your opponent can negate it. You can discard a card to negate its effect. Going first can be very nice to understand what your opponent is playing, and not all of your opponents are going to choose to negate it. The fact is that you can combine Endraith with the Fabled Treason, so you can summon Endraith back once it's in the graveyard to keep triggering its effect, and basically giving your opponent a -1 if he wants to negate the effect or not. And this gives you, of course, more cards to draw, more cards to discard. Then we have a bunch of level 7, because it's easy to have a level 7. We have a lot of level 2 tuners that can combine with the Raging after you summon it. So you have Flame Lord Zera. You can't even imagine how important this guy is going to be in this meta. Quantum Dragon to get a removal without destruction, without targeting, bouncing, super cool. Actually OTK enabled, because he bounces and then attacks again. Black Rose Dragon, probably the least useful, because I think I summoned it once during my whole climb. It can clear the field, but usually you start by having your field spell on the field, so most of the times you don't want to pop your own field pen as well. So yeah, not really the best one. Second thing instead, we have the Crystal Wing, best turn 1 enable for his negation, and basically the fact that it can't be destroyed by battle with all the Battle Chronicle players, and also Lunalites and so on. So it's really something very, very, very nice. And then we have, last but not least, Trishula. This is basically the best version of Black Rose, because he can really clear the field, right? You know what I mean? So Banish Tree is so nice, so cool. You're never gonna regret it. Best card ever. Let's go straight into the main deck. Triple Grimroy is your searcher, the one you wanna always see in your stunning end, even 2 of them. so that's why you want to see it. Then we have a couple of Cerberus, doesn't miss the timing, discarded special summon level 2 tuner. Marcosia is your way to search the drop card when it's discarded, but eventually you can use it to special summon itself and trigger some other effect. Then we have Cutset. Cutset is one copy of, and it's fine because you can search it so many ways. You can also recycle it, either with the skill or with the field spell. Why you want a Cutset? Basically, Cutset, it's what made me win against Ophion turn 1, or maybe a Floodgate turn 1, because the problem with this guy, of course, is that the problem of Ophion is that you can't synchro summon level 5 or higher, right? So you have to pop it, and you can simply discard the Cutset with any of these effects, and you boom, you get your pop, Ophion is gone, and you can do your stuff. Or even if your opponent has, most of the times is the what's the name? The Phantom Noids boss with the negation. Then we have the Ganassia level 3 when discarded. These can miss the timing, but we actually have probably anything that makes this card miss the timing. This is when discarded, it's a level 3 to that makes a 1-card combo with Abank. So you can send Abank to the grave with tons of ways, most of the times with your Fabled Realm, or simply by discarding it. And then Abank can discard a Fabled monster to special summon itself from the grave. You're gonna discard the Ganassia with the effect of Abank, so you get 2 monsters, a level 2, a level 3. So these 2 guys are a no normal summon combo into Raging. Bruce instead is your Jolly, because when it's discarded, you can special summon any level 4 or lower Fabled monster from your grave. So basically, when you discard this, you can special summon anything you need. It might be a Cusciano, it might be a tuner, it might be a, another level monster, a non-tuner. Super nice. And then 1 copy of these 2, just because eventually they might be useful. Your opponent might have disrupted your level 3+2 combo, and you have a Grim Round the field. There you go, boom, a level 1, pretty nice. Chawa can be used also to go from level 5 to level 6 with to go into Indraid, or even more 7 to 8. And then inside the Nozoji is one other way to discard cards, from your hands, because you have mainly 3 ways of discarding, and it's your Cusciano that you always want it to be in your graveyard so that you can keep using its effect, because it's not once per turn. So with Cusciano, it's your way to discard card the grave, and then both with the skill and with other discard method, you wanna keep on having Cusciano in grave, so you can keep on triggering the effect of all the Fabled. The other way to discard is the Abank, but it's just once per turn, so not that useful. I mean, useful, but not that much. And then your last way to discard is Stairway to a Fabled Realm. Once per turn, you can discard 2 to recycle a card from your graveyard and get it back to your hand. But well, if you finish all of these, your other way is actually Nozuchi. So you can it's a free special summon of level 2, and you discard a monster. You can also special summon level 2 lower Fabled monster. Never happened to use these effects, but it can actually sometimes come in clutch. Then we have 2 Fabled Treason, because that could be useful in longer duels. It's a pop. If you discard Cutset, it's also double pop, so make sure to activate this when your opponent has 2 face-up cards on the field. So usually on your turn 1, you want to end on Cutset in your hand and these sat. And then the Lance, guys, because of the Battle Chronicle, because of the rank up magic, because Lance is so good against both the tier 1 decks right now. I'm talking about Phantom Knights and Battle Chronicle. Double Lance, it's everything you need. Guys, this deck is crazy, literally crazy, but it's the most difficult deck that I ever played. It's so tough, the combos are not that straightforward. There are some combos that you repeat, as you will see in replays, but it really depends on what you run and what you're facing. You can adjust, you can adapt, and really overcome anything, as you will see in the replays. Guys, that is all for the explanation. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit worse, but I have allergy now that is literally attacking my throat, not my nose. There you go. So, hope everything was clear. If you have any questions, of course, don't be afraid to drop them in the comment section down below, and let's jump run into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay, the first rank up from 1 to 2. We have Bonds. Straight to grave, let's see what we have. So, it's us to go first. We have one of the combo actually to go for. As you can see, we went for the Fabled Realm and returning the Kushano because you want the Kushano to be in grave, not in your hand. Then we sent to grave the Grimrow though, because usually with the Fabled Realm you want to send the Kushano to grave, right? But only if you have Grimrow, because Grimrow is your enabled and you can use Grimrow tons of times thanks to the fact that you can get him back from the grave. So basically, if you have Grimrow with the Fabled Realm, you send Kushano. If you don't have Grimrow, you have to send Grimrow, because then with Grimrow you can grab Kushano and do all of the other stuff. Then we started with the field spell to discard these two guys to get the Grimrow. And with these, we don't only get Grimrow, but we trigger both the effect. Boom. Level 5 total, ready. But before going into Raging, because we already have 2 cards in our hand, so we want to draw, and before summoning Raging, we have to find a way to get basically less than 2 cards. So first we use Grimrow to grab the Kushano, then we use the skill to use the Grimrow again, have the Kushano in the grave. Down, there you go. Grimrow to get the Marcosia. Now Marcosia's effect to special summon itself, and I could use Cuts It effect. Keep in mind, Cuts It effect is mandatory. So now I used it because my opponent had a field spell. Otherwise, you're forced to pop one of your own cards. Keep in mind that. We pop that. First Synchro Summon, no cards in hand. Raging. This means that Raging will give me 2 cards. Then Kushano to get the Abank in the grave. Then Abank. Then first actually Kushano to get out the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Then Abank to discard the Cruise, and he's cooped. But now keep in mind, with Cruise we could have gotten the level 4 Grimrow, so 2 plus 4 would have actually we also had Marcosia, so we could have gone into a level 6, tried to draw even more with Andrade. But yeah, there was tons of stuff. This was the first rank up, just to show you some combos. My opponent decided to surrender, that's fine. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second rank up, a 5th win in a row. We have Battle Chronicle. This was from Legend rank 2 to 3. It's our opponent to go first. Melody Awakening Dragon. Let's speed things up. We know what this is about, right? So he's gonna summon both the alternative and the blue eyes. He's gonna grab a Successor Soul, and then he's going for how many sets? Let's see, actually just 2. And he's got the War Chalice, so he can actually Successor Soul with this. We used the skill to begin with. We had the Grimrow, so we revealed the Treason. We send it back to grave to get one of the pieces of the combo. Realm, we send the Kushano. Why? Because we have Grimrow. Then the second thing you want is actually when you use the effect of Kushano to discard, you want to grab a monster that special summon itself. Why? Because to start using Grimrow, you need to control a Fabled monster, because to use Grimrow's effect, you need to control a Fabled monster and you can start searching. So we discard the Ganashia, so he special summon itself on the field and we can start using Grimrow. There you go, Abank is here, then Fable to get back, the skill to get back to Grimrow, again to get another search, Abank's effect to discard the Kushano, we have the level 5, then Kushano's effect, to discard also the Cruise. I started by summoning the Grimrow. Why? I decided to go with Andrade first. Why? Because if we summon Raging right here, we had too many cards in our hand. So I summoned Andrade, trying to draw a couple of cards. He used the Fact Veiler, so that's fine, negated. At this point, we used the Fabled Realm to get the Grimrow back to our hands. Again, Cerberul's effect is here, plus Grimrow to get the Cruise. At this point, Andrade plus Cerberul plus Ganashia is 11. Trishula is here, banishing everything. And he had the Ice Dragon Prison. He could have used actually the Successor Soul. And during the stream, we realized he knew I had the lens probably because he felt the delay. But even if he activated anything, actually the Ice Dragon Prison could done nothing because we had no dragon here. We knew he had Successor Soul, so if he used Successor Soul, we could have just lens, and the result would have been the same. Then we're not done yet. Again, the cruise effect by discarding Kushano to just get another cruise. Then we got normal summon Kushano because we didn't normal summon yet. Rage in here to draw a couple of cards to go even further, but he's scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. 6th win in a row. We have, again, Battle Chronicle. Yep, tons of Battle Chronicle guys out there. It's our opponent to go first. He's got the Bingo Machine Go. Let's speed things up because Battle Chronicle are just like that, you know, just the same place, melody. So he's got double blue highs here. So he went because you already had the alternative. There you go. Normal summon, Successor Soul, and double set, but he decided to go into Felgrund. So we know we have to go through a Successor Soul for sure. A Felgrund negation. So we have to keep in mind that, right? Now it's us to go first. We revealed the Cerberus and we got the field spell. And that's fine actually, because I could have actually used Kushano's effect as well, but I wanted to keep it. So Realm to send the Grimro. Again, skill to get the Grimro back to our hand. Kushano's effect to discard the Ganache. I have actually a monster on the field. So we can start using Grimro, getting the Cerberus back. Realm to discard 2 and get Grimro back. Cerberus effect gets triggered because he was discarded. We have a level 5, boom, Crackdown. Now, lessons number 1. When you know your opponent has Successor Soul and he also has Crackdown, never use Forbidden Lands on the Crackdown target. Especially if your opponent has another, monster to tribute with his Successor Soul. Now, if I use Lens on this, on the Cerberus, he can still Successor Soul by tributing the Felgrund. Okay? Now instead, I can just use Successor Soul and avoid him getting the effect of Successor Soul and summoning another monster. That's what it's when you get the most value out of your play. Then we're super chilling because we can just get another Cerberus. Kushano again to get Cerberus out again on the field. At this point, we normal summon Kushano. He's got Successor Soul. This time, Lance, he's here. We're chilling to protect our target and then Synchro Summon into Endrate, right? Endrate but he discarded the card to negate it, but we can actually go into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, and then we just attack the Felgrund. They can't do nothing against us. Then he's got the perfect draw, the Dragon Spirit of White, and he misplayed because he should have not activated the effect. He could have just summoned the Dragon Spirit of White, get the skill to get a Successor Soul, and get rid of my Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Instead, he decided to activate the effect, Crystal Wing negates. So we're chilling. At this point, even if he grabs what? He's got the Ultimate Fusion actually. And he went for it, so he was planning that all along, I guess, to go into Blue Eye Spin Burst Dragon, but he forgot that my Crystal Wing got the boost. So it was 55 plus 3k. It's got little, that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here you go, we interrupt the WINSTREAK this time against Raiders Rebellion. So we got, of course, Phantom Knights. Let's see what we have. It's him going first, so this might be super tough. Let's speed things up. He's probably gonna end up on Ophion. On, let's see what else. Maybe the Requiem. Let's see. Break Sword is coming. Then he's got the Dark Rebel Nixie's Dragon. More monsters to summon. First rank up into Ophion, getting the Terminus. Plus double set, so we know, right? So main phase, without even basically be able to do nothing. Actually, we just activated the Realm, right? That was already in our hand. He ranked up Magic to go into Requiem, plus Raiders Unbreakable Mind to basically rank up into Requiem and pop the field spell. That was actually tough for us. That happens late the pop, so we can still manage to get the Kushano in the grave. And now he pops it, that's fine, we don't care. Now he's got also a monster. We know the last card is Terminus, so he can actually bounce a couple of cards if he banishes Ophion. But he wants now Ophion to stay on the field, so I can't summon level 5 or higher, so basically I can't do nothing. Unless we start with Kushano's effect, right, by discarding the Cerberus. Cerberus hits the field, right, and we're chilling, because now we can start using Grimro. So Grimro's effect to get what, guys? He negates with Requiem, that's fine, because we can just use the skill to get the Grimro back. So again, Grimro to get what? The cut set, because we need to pop the Ophion, right? So we got the cut set, Kushana's effect to discard the cut set, and boom, just pop it. Now the Nozochi comes in clutch because now you can discard a card and summon another one, but we discarded just the Cruise to get a special summon. Cruise to summon the Grimro, as you can see right there. First synchro summon into Endrate. Now we're chilling, he's got no more interruption because this is Terminus, but it works only if he has a Enevil's War monster that he does not. So Endrate to draw, he decided to discard, that's fine. Now we got normal summon of Raging to go 3+2 level 5 Raging. So we got double draw. And we have Kushana to discard. There you go, perfect. Then the skill, the first part that we didn't use yet, the one to get a card we won, I went for Chawa. And I used Chawa's effect to special summon it, plus getting the Ganashia out on the field. Synchro summon into level 7 Cyber's Quantum Dragon. It's our basically our lethal enable. Why? Because we can bounce that, attack again, and then we have Ganashia plus Raging that is exactly lethal. That's how you go through a board of a floodgate, a negation, and a pop. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. We got Scud here. Let's see what we have. It's Sky Striker, and it's us to go first. Let's see what we have. So Kushano to get back to deck to get the field spell, to send Kushano in the grave, then Kushano to discard the Ganashia. So basically the first effect to use with Kushano, the first card you want to discard, it's always either a Ganashia or a Cerberus, so that out of the discard you get a summon on the field, so that you can start using Grimro to search. There you go. Grimro to get the Abang. At this point, Contract Fable, the skill to get Grimro back and Kushano back to grave, so Grimro can actually get us something else. Then Kushano to discard the Cerberus, so he's got our special summon here. And then we got the field spell to get the Grimro back, another Grimro's effect to get the Marcusia, then Nozochi to discard the Marcusia and special summon the Nozochi, Marcusia to get us the trap card so we can set it. Now we can go into Raging and we draw double cards. We got a Cerberus, then Kushano's effect to recycle it, Cerberus special summon itself on the field, normal summon Kushano, and we went again setting the card to go into another Raging double draw. We got nice Grimro to get the cut set. Why the cut set? Because we have the Treason, right? For the next turn we got double pop. Then Kushano's effect to discard Cruise. Cruise is gonna normal summon Grimro again, so we're going also into Endrate, as you can see right there. He decided to discard, that's fine, we still have Abang special summon to go 6 and 2 into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Look at that board, simply lovely. We got he's got Engage to begin with, multi-roll is there, then multi-roll, actually got Into the Void first, then multi-roll, and then the Afterburners to pop my boy, that's fine. That's got the field spell, he set the card, and then as soon as you activate the area 0, I went with Treason to summon the Android, so I'm gonna draw a couple of cards. And then discarding the cut set, so we actually pop 2, as you can see, but unfortunately area 0 makes him be able to special summon something else. But we discarded the Ganashia, so the Ganashia comes out on the field. He's got the Link Summon of Kagari, hitting the field, getting a spell back, the Engage, so it can actually go further. Engage to get the multi-roll, and a draw, again multi-roll on the field. Shizuku to actually get a spell in the end phase. He popped the Shizuku, that's fine. Window Anchor is there. I lost everything into the void. Even if he didn't lost it, he couldn't use those cards in his end, so we're still chilling. We got Grimro to begin with because we have plenty of Fabled Monster. Kushana's effect trigger to get what? Basically the level 1. Why the level 1? Because we want a Trishula. So we got 5 + 5 + 1. Trishula is here to banish 1, 2, 3, but it's got the Eagle booster that makes that unaffected. Unfortunate. But still we got Cruz with the skill back to hand, Kushano to trigger Cruz again. What are we aiming at? We're going with Grimro, normals. Actually here I ended the turn because guys, if you see this live, I was running out of time. So I decided not to attack, not to do anything because I couldn't do nothing. I was about to lose because of time. Terraforming, getting the area 0. But he decided to do nothing, actually just attacked, that's fine. That's now we're just going for the realm to get basically the cruise back to our hand. We're doing the same stuff this time, but with more time. So cruise to get the Marcosia, and then we got Cusciano because we want to special summon the Zeta. Zeta is our way to go because it's our way to have lethal basically. Why? You're seeing this. We attack. So, of course, he floats and summon Ray, then we're attacking again, and he's using Ray's effect to link summon, right? And as soon as he summons this, Zeta to get rid of it. And now that we banished that, he can't use the same effect of Ray 2 times in the same turn, so he can't use that again. And we have an open field to go for lethal. But guys, I highly suggest to watch this in the live form. Live streaming because it was such a pain. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. 6 win in a row, rank up from 3 to 4. Let's see what we have. It should be... It's not bad Chronicle actually. Yeah, because we didn't see the skill. He has no skill actually. It's got Dark Magical Circle, a couple of set and he's done, okay? We know one of that is combination, that's for sure. Realm to begin with. He's got Secrets of Dark Magic to go into the Dark Magician, but that's fine because he's got navigation, so potentially now he can't do nothing. But if we want to go through this, we either have to use Cyber Quantum Dragon or Trishula, right? So Cerberus, as you can see, Grimro starting drawing cards, actually searching cards, then skill to get Grimro again. We're grabbing Marcosia this time, then we got Realm to get the Grimro back, Ganasha, special summon, Dark Magician to draw the Dark Magicians to draw a card inside it. That's fine. We went first into Undraith. There you go, to draw a couple of cards. He can't negate because he has no cards in his hand. Then Cruz was discarded to, and he triggers its effect to summon Cerberus. 2 + 6 + 3 is Trishula 0. Banish 3. He can't do nothing at this point. We won. Abank to go further. To special summon. He scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. 8th win in a row. We got Raiders Rebellion again. It was full of Raiders Rebellion and Battle Chronicle, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So it's him to go first. Let's speed things up because we know what this is about, right? So I can just spam monsters, probably Ophion in the end that we have to deal with. But I already showed you that we can actually deal with Ophion turn 1. No, we don't care. So rank up magic launch. Ophion is here, getting the Terminus plus double sat. One of that is the continuous trap card, and he ranks up. We also have the lens to avoid him ranking up again, so we're such in a good spot. I started with the Nozochi to discard the Marcosia and get the trap. He's got rank up magic force, lens to stop that from happening. And at this point we're chilling because we know the other cards what they are. They are a Terminus and the continuous trap card that can't do nothing. So he's got the Plum Skill Special Summon, we don't care. Brimrose starting to get cards. We started with the Fabled Realm, right? To get the Cusciano in the grave. Cusciano's effect. Triggered cuts it to pop, of course, the Ophion. He went with the Terminus, getting this card back to my hand. That's fine, I don't care. Now we can start thinking about it, right? I said that because I can't activate it 2 times in the same turn. But I said it because eventually with Raging I want to be able to draw 2 cards. So we use the skill now to get the Ganasha. Then we got the other part of the skill to get Grimro. Cusciano's effect to discard Ganasha. Basically the same here. Ganasha is on the field. We can start using Grimro to get the Abank round. Then we got the effect of Nozochi, discarding the Cusciano, using the other effect of Nozochi to summon the Abank as well. Now we can go into the level 5, Raging to draw a couple of cards. And we got also Abank from Grave effect to get it back on the field. Cruz triggering the Grimro. He has no cards in hand, so we could have gone into Endrate, but I decided to go straight away into Trishula. He activates that, but he can't do nothing, so banishing 3. Now we just need a way to have lethal, and guess what? Cusciano discarding the Ganasha means we have lethal. And we can still normal summon to go into another Raging, draw 2 more cards to go even further, but it's scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. 9th win streak, stopping a 5 win streak. 9th win in a row. So this to show you that it was actually not luck getting having a good matchup against Raiders Rebellion, right? So we actually literally destroyed that. We're demolishing the tier 1 decks right now when you do not misplay, of course. So it's still going first again. So he's got all of this stuff. Let's see what he has. Again, Phantom Knight Sword, the Unbreakable Bind, all this stuff. Yep, again, rank up Magic Force. But this, we're gonna have one more negation here, as you can see, right? Because he also grabbed the Rage Raptor's Phantom Knight's Claw. So he's got the Quick Play spell to rank up into Requiem that has a negation. This guy, that is a Floodgate. He's got the Terminus, and plus he's got the Counter Trap to negate a monster effect. Dude, that's a lot. So we started with the revealing the Cruise and grabbing the Realm, right? Then Realm this time to discard to send the Kushano. He's got rank up Magic Force, so he's got Requiem, the first negation. Now we know the other two cards are Terminus and the Counter Trap. We ran with the Kushano, discarding the Cerberus, but he negated that. That's fine, because Cerberus is still activates and he gets on the field. Then Grimrow to search, and it's got Requiem to negate that. Jeez. But also he made a misplay. He made a misplay here, because to activate the Counter Trap, you have to detach a material from an Xyz, and you need to detach it from Ophion. So now, Ophion without Xyz can't do nothing. So we can just do our stuff. At this point, Realm to get the Grimrow back, Marco's effect gets activated, Cruce's effect gets activated, so we got the Treason back. He's got the Terminus to make both our boy back to hand, but we actually don't care. Kushanos again to get the Cerberus back on the field. We can use Grimrow again to get the Ganashia, right? Then Marcosia's effect, the other one, because you can use both the effect, both once per turn. Ganashia's gets activated. We set the trap card, first Raging to draw a couple of cards. At this point, we got the Kushanos effect again to trigger Cruise. Cruise is gonna summon a level 2, so we're going into Quantum Dragon, and here we already have lethal, because Quantum can bounce this and attack again, and we already have lethal, but we can go further, getting the Grimrow back, using it again, and grabbing the cut set. Why? Just for next turn, just in case he got a Kydroid. Who knows what these guys play? So we got cut set with the Treason, double pop in his turn, just attacking, Quantum bounces, and then attacks again, and then Marcosia for a lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, 11 wins in a row to King of Games. This was my win to King of Games. So keep in mind, guys, I started from Legend Rank 4 and I went on winning all the way till King of Games. Okay, so imagine this happened live streaming, so you can actually check the second live streaming on Sunday that it's still on the channel, and you can just feel the pressure that I had on this duel, right? So it's us to go first, and my opponent is Battle Chronicle, another tier 1. So we just grab the field spell, as you can see, sending the Grimrow, then the Fabled Realm to get the Grimrow back to my hand, discarding 2. Both the 2 boys, when discarded, special summon themselves, so Ganashia and Cerberus on the field. We start by using Grimrow to get the Kushano, skill to get Kushano in the grave and Grimrow back to hand. We start searching with Grimrow again to get the Abank, then Kushano to have the Abank in the grave. We set the lens, we summon Kushano, so we have no cards in hand, and we can summon Raging. So Raging, we draw 2. Let's see what we got. Perfect Grimrow again to get the Marcosia. Then we got Synchro summoning to Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Kushano again to discard the Marcosia and get the drop card with the Treason. Now this is one of the best thing we can have, because we got the lens eventually for Successor Soul, right? Then we got the Treason that can discard the cut set that equals double pop plus another summon on the field. We also went on with Abank by discarding Kushano just to have a monster on the field additional, just in case something happens. It's got Bingo Machine Go to begin with, triple, it's got double Ultimate Fusion and a Blue Eyes. Then he went normal summoning the Dragon Spirit of White, but he was smart because he didn't activate the effect. He knew I could have just negated Crystal Wing, right? Then he went Successor Soul, and at this point is, let's see what he's gone. He's got triple Sat and he's got nothing else. At this point when he triples that, we want him to end up with no monster, so actually he can't use Successor Soul. So we went with the Treason to pop the boy, and then Cutscene effect, but guess what? I'm forced to pop a face-up card, right? But my opponent has no face-up card, so this means I have to pop a card of my own. So, you know what I did? I just negated with Crystal Wing. So just one pop. We also got a Grimra on the field. Now we can use Grimra again to get the Cruise. Eventually, first Synchro Summon into Indred. Let's see if he makes me draw. I decided not to, of course. Then Cruciano to discard and get, of course, what? The level 7, we got the cut seat. At this point, Contract Fabled to get another Cruise. Why? Because we're just summoning all the pieces for Trishula. So Cruise again, this time we're summoning a level 4, because 6 plus 4 plus 1 equals Trishula. Trishula to get rid of all of those. He went with the Crackdown, but we don't care actually, because after Crackdown we're just gonna banish those. Trishula back to me. We still had the land set. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. This was an insane, literally insane climb. Did all on stream from 1 to 5. It was literally insane. Me learning the deck, I lost many duels because of timer, because you know, you have to play this deck a lot before being able to play it actually decently. I can't say optimally, because I played this for the whole climb and I still feel like I'm not a master of the deck. I feel like I'm at 50%. If I had to give you a percentage of how good am I with this deck, I would say 50%. You can do so much. Literally, you can do so much with this. There are just tons of not once per turn effect that you can keep on activating, and it's simply too much. I guess this deck, the more synchro monster we got, the crazier he gets. Only bad thing is that we can't abuse stuff like Samsara Surrogate, that special summon itself from the grave, because actually because of the skill we can't special summon anything from grave or that is not actually fabled. We can special summon stuff only from extra deck. That's the point. Otherwise, it would have been crazy, and it would have been probably one of the few decks that could have achieved double Quasar turn 1. Anyway, guys, this is again simply insane. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. One of my most epic climb to Cog that I have done. Love it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you were here seeing actually this live streaming. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you for the next one.